Are you wondering what $1 million will buy you in Hawaii? Well, in this video, we're gonna cover what you can actually buy in 2022 in Oahu, Hawaii for $1 million. So stick around to get all the details. See you on the other side. All right, guys, like I mentioned, in this video, we're gonna show you exactly what $1 million will buy you out here in Oahu, Hawaii. You obviously can get plenty of condos and townhouses, but we're gonna be focusing mainly on the single family home market because if you're spending $1 million, now the median sales price for a single family home is $1,125,000. Now that's the median, guys. We can definitely find things below that and definitely find things above that, but let's take a look on my computer and see what you can get on different sides of the island. Okay, guys, so now that we're on my computer, we're gonna take a look at what $1 million will buy you in Oahu currently in 2022. And we're going to look at different sides of the island. The reason why is different sides of the island obviously offer different things, whether it's more beaches, centrally located, closer to the freeway. There's certain things you want to look out for, and each part of the island offers a different price per square foot and living style. So we're going to look at the windward side, we're going to look at parts of Honolulu, then we're going to go to the Kapolei Makakilo side, and then we're going to go to the west side and kind of show you the differences and kind of go over each area. So we're first going to start on the windward side. This is where I live. We can see in Kailua, there isn't any inventory. That's because the median sales price out here, everyone is Kailua crazy, is about $1.4 million. So we don't have any $1 million options here, but in Kaneohe, it looks like we do have a couple options here. So let's take a look at this one for $849. Let's take a look at this 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It's 960 square feet. It was listed at $875. This is just another sign that the market is shifting a bit. We're seeing properties sit for a bit longer and prices are being adjusted accordingly. And we can see that it does have an association fee of $75. And this is common. You'll sometimes see this with certain properties that are in what we call PUDs, planned urban developments, where a developer came in, they built a bunch of houses, and they're actually single family homes, but they're in a planned development, maybe a gated community or something of that nature. That $75 doesn't cover much, maybe a little bit of landscaping, and that's about it. But we can see that the price point ain't bad for what you get. The quality of the home is really nice. Granite countertops, luxury vinyl plank floors. You've got a nice little side yard here. It looks like they have window ACs, a little yoga studio. You got Kaneohe has some of the most beautiful views of the Ko'olau Mountains. And you got a little yard and a little lanai here. You got your, of course, washer and dryer. And all in all, they did a really nice job with the renovations, but there's still opportunity for you to do things to it if you want to increase the value of the property, like updating the bathrooms and things like that. So not a bad option there. So that's in Kaneohe, that's on the windward side. Let's take a look if we go into town, up in the mountains. Let's see what you get. Okay, so we're gonna go into town. Now, town itself is mainly gonna be lots of condos and townhouses. Now, when you get on the other side of the freeway, you go into Manoa, Palolo, Nuuanu Valley, things of that nature. That's where you find some older single family homes. So let's take a look at this one. I'm just literally clicking them at random. This one is listed now at $949, was $1,025,000, has been on the market for 130 days. Once again, seeing that market shift happening. Let's take a look at the square footage, 1,300 living square footage. The lot size is only 2,100 square feet. So this is a very tight lot. The house is probably taking up pretty much the entire house. And we can see that it's in Pacific Heights, looks like somewhat original. We've got, these are the older style homes. You can see this is single wall construction. This is called Tongue and Groove. They've done some light updates to the house. And it looks like they have a couple different living spaces. Looks like they have one upstairs and one downstairs. So you could potentially split this one up. And we see this happen a lot in Hawaii where people split their unit into like 1 or 2 units to help with the mortgage payment, where they live upstairs, rent the downstairs, have a separate entrance. They create what we call a wet bar because you legally can only have 1 kitchen per single family residence. But I got another video on that, so make sure you check that out. But it leaves options, right? They've got the washer and dryer outside. And you know what? I've actually been to this house. I have a friend who actually owned this house or rented it. So this is another one that I've seen come on the market a couple times. But this one does offer that. You can see they have a separate entrance downstairs. Then they have an entrance up here. So they split it up the unit. So this one is listed again at $949. It's up in Pacific Heights, get some gorgeous views. And this one doesn't have an HOA, which is nice and convenient. So that's pretty much that and what you get in town. Now let's take a look at the Kapolei Makakilo Ewa area. Okay, now if we focus on this area, Kapolei, Makakilo, Eva, this is very popular with the military community because it's very easy to get to a lot of the military bases within a reasonable time, 15, 20, 30 minutes, whether you're going to Pearl Harbor, Tripler, Schofield, Wheeler, if you're in the Coast Guard. Basically, all the bases are pretty close to you. And a lot of the houses here were built in like the 90s, 2000s. So it's newer construction, usually double wall construction. A lot of the houses will have solar, and that's usually an easier transition when people are moving here. They've got a certain budget and they're used to having a high quality home for a reasonable price. So if we just click in something in Kapolei, let's check this one out, 925. We can see that, newer construction. We can see it was built in 2000, 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 1,400 square feet. It's been on the market for 13 days, listed at 925. Let's take a look on the inside. Definitely a solid structure. You see the different style in homes compared to that one that was like single wall construction. This one's double wall, high ceilings, big windows, split AC units. We've got luxury vinyl plank or laminate flooring. And this is all original. It doesn't look like they did any updates. This is how it was built in 2000. So it allows some opportunity for you guys to update it, add some value to the property. But we've got a significant size home here, under $1 million. And it's in a pretty good area. Kapolei, very popular again with the military community. It's a little bit warmer than other parts of the island. You got a little yard here, but the freeway is reasonably close. And looks like the roof is, of course, was in 2000. Usually these roofs last about 20 or 30 years. And then you also have lots of big box stores, which are reasonably close and easy to go shopping with the family and what have you. So that is what you get in Kapolei for $1 million. Now, the last part of the island we're going to check out is the west side. And you'll see that there's a lot of green options over here in the $1 million range. And that's because this is pretty much the last corner of the island that is quote unquote affordable. There's maybe a little bit higher crime rate than on other sides of the island. Another thing is traffic can be somewhat of a bear because you have one road in, one road out. So if you do have to go to and from during rush hour for work, just know that you're going to have to beat traffic down when you're going or leaving work. But again, you get a lot of bang for your buck. I'm just going to show you one of my favorite areas, which is going to be Sea Country, which is going to be up over by Miley. Let's see if we've got any options here. Okay, so like I mentioned, the west side, there's certain pockets that are nicer than others. I'm going to show you one of my favorite areas. It's called Sea Country. It's literally like a little Pleasantville. It's tucked away up in the mountains, but you can get a nice single family home or a CPR property for a reasonable price. We can see here for $650, we got a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. And let's take a look at this. It was built in 2008. It does have a $55 association because it's in one of those PUDs. A developer came in and built it through, but you have an ocean view. You've got the mountains behind you. This one is technically CPR'd, so there is a wall that's shared. You can see you would own this side, and then this side is owned by someone else. There's other units or other properties in this area that's not split up, but this one specifically for this price range, you've got a little bit of a yard, which is really nice. And of course, you've got the solar fields there, you got the ocean view, you got the mountains behind you, and you've got a solid yard right there. Let's take a look and see if they put us on the inside. Okay, this one doesn't have any photos on the inside. Let's take a look at one more on the map. Let's just pick one here. 825. Let's take a look at this one. Okay, let's take a look at one other one here. 800. You get a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 1,600 square feet. Look at the quality of this home. It's exactly like I said, like it's Pleasantville, right? It's just the white picket fence and the quality of the home on the inside is really nice. Looks like it has central AC, luxury vinyl plank floors. Everything is really, really nice and still offers opportunity for you to do updates to the home, but turnkey, ready to go. And they did a pretty nice job on the inside. And this was built, I think they said 2008. 2007, was remodeled in 2022. 1,600 square feet, 5,000 square foot lot, listed at $805,000 for a single family home, guys. The median sales price is $1.1 million plus, and you're getting a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 1,600 square foot with a yard. And again, this is in a nice area on the west side, Sea Country. So anyways, that pretty much wraps it up. Those are what you can get on different sides of the island. Again, on the windward side, going to be hard to find anything in that $1 million range, but most of the time it's going to be single wall construction, usually built in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, maybe renovated. And then if you go to town, you can find some places, but again, it's going to be a little bit older construction. You go to Kapolei Eva, it's going to be newer construction, and you go to the west side, you're going to find places that are a mix of both, but you're most likely going to get the most bang for your buck if you are in a tight situation where maybe you have a tight budget and you need a lot of house. the west side is probably going to be the opportunity for you if you're okay with that traffic and just having to understand that that area does sometimes have a higher crime rates than others. So anyways, guys, that pretty much wraps it up. So as you guys saw in that video, there's a wide variety of quality of homes, whether you go to the Kailua side where the average price point is about 1.4, you can buy $1 million house, but it's definitely going to need some work. You can find some stuff in Kapolei and Eva that's definitely going to have a lot more options for you, newer construction, but it may have an HOA attached to it. And then of course you can go to the west side, and on the west side you get a lot more square footage, a lot more bang for your buck, but you're in an area that may deal with a little bit more traffic, may not be the highest desirable area. All right guys, so that pretty much wraps it up. If you guys could do me one last huge favor, if you got any value from this video, if you guys could smash that like button as well as click subscribe and the notification bell so you get notified whenever I drop videos just like this, I would really appreciate it. Anyways guys, that pretty much wraps it up. I'm Patrick with PatrickOnRealty.com, powered by eXp Realty. Hope you guys have a beautiful day. I'll talk to you soon. Aloha.